every time I've asked about organizing, I have to kind of like switch from what I learned in Mexico to how it's seen here in the US. And um, to me, organizing is just part of my life. You know, as a person of color that comes from a colonized country, continent actually. Um, it's just, I think it's being passed on generation after generation that you have to fight back, that you cannot be complacent, that you cannot only survive, um, but you have to fight for, yes, for living a life, a normal life, but not only for yourself, but for others. And you can't do it by yourself either. You have to do it with others. And so I think because I was born in a place and in a moment where that that was part of our lives, people can choose not to do it. It's not like everybody's forced to. There's a lot of people that believe that everything is fine. Um, but at least in my case, I think I got really lucky that I was able to be part of a community that was fighting back constantly. And so we didn't see it as, well, maybe in 5 years we win. So this is just part of our lives, and we need to continue, and we need to give something to the next generation so they are able to keep going. And then being in the US, it took me a while to find the community that agree with that. And I think it only happened until I started reaching out to people saying, let's do something more than just sending letters or doing marches. Let's do civil disobedience. Let's risk arrest and possible deportation. That I found the people that agree with me that we needed to do more, that we needed to risk the little we have so we can actually gain everything. And it was incredible to see that there were so many people beyond my circle that you know, we created because of the hunger strikes and civil disobediences, to see how much impact our decision of we're going to have to risk the little we have, it had created on others that we didn't know. We had no idea the huge ripple effect that our work had at that moment. And to see so many people, not only in the Seattle area, not only in Washington, but beyond, coming and saying, we'll support you and we'll do whatever we can to stop the separation of your family was amazing. So I think when people realize that you have to do this for the entirety of your life, because it's not only about you and it's about your community. And when you build community, it doesn't feel like a burden, and it doesn't feel like, oh my God, when is this gonna end? Well, sometimes it does feel that way. But we can also see the winning coming, right? We know that we're winning, and that's why we get targeted, because they're afraid of us. They're afraid of our lack of fear.